Hey, this is Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. It is cold as can be out there. It was 10 degrees below zero this morning, and we've been living with this for about 3 weeks now. And it looks like we got another couple of weeks ahead of us. So things get really kind of tense on the farm. The animals are upset, and we have to really stay on top of things to make sure everybody does okay. Okay, I said that there was some good news coming, and I'm going to get into that. First, I would like to tell you about a conversation I had last night with a friend of mine, Kyle Bauman, a guy I've known for a long time. I served with him at my very first duty assignment, and he is still working for a defense contractor. He retired like me, and he's working for a defense contractor, and he just got back from Afghanistan, and I talked to him last night for a while, and he said, there's a lot of people that would be really interested in this, and they need to know about this, but if they pick up any one of your videos, it's kind of disjointed, and if they haven't been following the process, they wouldn't know what we're talking about. So he said, try and make a video, 5 minutes or less, that just hits all the high spots so people will understand what this is about. Okay, so I'm going to try that. Okay, 2011, December time frame. One of my chefs tells me, hey, we heard your pigs are outlawed, right? The DNR is going to try and take them away from you, or they want you to kill them off. I call the DNR. The DNR says, "Oh yeah, we've issued a declaratory ruling, and if you fit the bill in that declaratory ruling, then you need to depopulate your animals, right?" I call my senator, and then starts this whole process. And the declaratory ruling is this right here. You can download it from MichiganDNR.org.gov. I'm sorry, it's declaratory ruling. Get it and read it. See if I'm reading correctly, but it has a list of 9 characteristics, and it also has some names. And if your pigs fall within those parameters and has even one of those characteristics, it says right here, even one, then your pig is feral. All right, what does the state of Michigan care about feral pigs? Well, the state of Michigan says that we have this budding problem of feral pigs. They're everywhere. They're scaring old women, they're eating children, dogs, wildlife, tearing up streams and all this stuff. Only problem is nobody ever sees them. And I've yet to run into anybody that's actually seen one that knew it was a feral pig. I mean, there's people that have seen a pig outside of a fence. Doesn't mean it's feral. I have pigs here. Sometimes they get out. That doesn't mean they're feral. If they run off, then they would be. But if you understand the nature of pigs, they're not going to run off. They live here. It's like if my children get out an open door, they're going to run into the woods thinking it's a better place. That's just not going to happen. So it doesn't make sense that my pigs are going to contribute to the feral pig problem. This doesn't even make any sense at all. I raise Mangalitsa pigs. I have purebred Mangalitsa pigs right now. At one time, we did use a sow that appeared to have some Russian genetics or Eurasian genetics. And she was a really good mom, and we, used her a couple of times, and then we bred her right back out. And that's what you do if you're a production farmer, which is what I am. Okay. So they wanted me to depopulate my animals. I said no. They said, you're going to get a big fine, and then we're going to put you in jail. They're going to $10,000 per animal and all that stuff. So we sued them in Missaukee County Court, that's my county, for clarification of the law. That's all. That was back in 2012 that we did that. Here it is, late 13, and we don't have a trial date until March 11th through the 14th. But that will make about the 3rd date that we've had, and when we get close to it, the Attorney General's office that's handling this case for the DNR, they push it back. And usually they're pushing it back 90 days. And every time they do it, it is a legitimate reason. It's just that it's unfair, we feel. What they've done is they've gone to our processor and they've said don't process his pigs because they're feral. They've gone to our customers, and we had a really nice little business with these animals, and they have told our customers, number one, that our pigs are feral. Most restaurateurs don't really know what that means, but they know that if the state's telling them that's feral, it must be bad. They're telling them our pigs have parasites, All right? Feral pigs, I suppose, do. I've never seen one. I've never taken one apart, so I don't know. And they're telling our customers that our pigs can carry up to 30 diseases. They can carry up to 30 diseases. That's what they tell them. Well, needless to say, I sell no more pigs to my restaurants. I mean, they don't want them because they put them on the menu. They only get one shot at a customer, and I can kind of understand it. But it's very unfair what the state did, destroying my business. The DNR is using the Attorney General's office, that's Bill Schuette, and he is coming down on me with the full force of the state. They have 3 attorneys. They have a whole room full of administrative people, and you know, we pay them. We pay them to do this. The latest thing that they've done to us is they said they would fine our employees. They said they would fine our associates. They would fine our customers if we didn't get rid of our pigs, right? Now, I don't buy that, but my customers did, and I've lost quite a few customers over that because it was quite public. And then they leveled a $700,000 fine against me, personally, me and my wife, actually, through the Missaukee County Court. I don't know if it's going to go anyplace because it is a clear violation of the 8th Amendment of the Constitution, you know, that we are free from excessive fines, cruel and unusual punishment. But who did that? The Attorney General did that. He's the guy that's supposed to know what the Constitution says and make sure he doesn't step on any of those toes. But that's not how the state government here works. They are doing the bidding of big business. The only way we can get them to do what's right is when we hold them, you know, in a headlock, and that means taking them to court. Our county sheriff, he did nothing either. You know, he took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution as pertains to me, a citizen, and he did nothing, hasn't lifted a finger. Dereliction of duty, we'll deal with that later. Okay, so we had a hearing on the 13th of November, and it was about a witness list that we wanted. The declaratory ruling has references to a guy by the name of Dr. Jack Mayer. He's an expert from down in Georgia way, knows everything there is to know about pigs, and we wanted to put him on the stand because we got his book. We read it, and his book is really inconsistent with what the DNR is saying, and they cite him all the time as their expert, so we wanted to put him on the stand. Wouldn't you know, the DNR, or the Attorney General, figured a way out of that one. Yeah, they did, so we can't call him, but we still have his book, and we're going to, you know, make people that work for the state read right out of it. So, but at the end of that hearing, the Attorney General's office briefed our judge, Judge Fagerman, that Senate Bill 652 had just passed on the 12th, this is the 13th, and that pursuant to 652, he no longer has jurisdiction in the county court, that the case has to be taken to the Court of Claims, which is in Lansing, our state capital. So all that work that we did getting here all of a sudden is wiped away, and we have to start from square one. The DNR knows they don't have a case, so their only way to do this is to just starve us out. And that's what they're doing. You know, I can't sell my pigs, but I got to feed them. If I kill them all off, I don't have standing in court. So it's just put a tremendous financial pressure on the farm. And me and my wife and kids, you know, this is the 3rd Christmas. And I'd like to thank you, Governor Snyder, and Attorney General Schuette, for making this another special Christmas. I won't forget. Believe me, I won't forget. Just thank you very much. But we are going to stay the course on this, and we've made it very clear that we're going to stay the course. And what happened was I briefed about the 652 via YouTube. There was such outrage and so many phone calls down in Lansing that they came up with a trailer bill, right? And the trailer bill enables cases that were in the county court to stay in the county court if they were in proceeding in the county court prior to the 12th day of November in 2013. So isn't that convenient? I don't know if it's signed yet, but I'm told that it will be signed into law. And that will mean that we go to court in Missaukee County. Chances are we're going to win. All right? Chances are we're going to win. Very important that we do. here's why I want to encapsulate this to get people involved in this. The DNR is a regulatory agency, no different than the DEQ, Department of Environmental Quality, Michigan Department of Ag, Department of Transportation, state police. They're regulatory agencies. Their job is to enforce laws, not to make laws. But in this case, the DNR came up with the declaratory ruling. They thought it up. Their little brainiacs down there in Lansing sitting in offices twiddling their thumbs, and they thought, hey, I got an idea. How about if we outlaw pigs that have straight tails or curly tails? Hey, yeah, good idea. And somehow they got the support of the pig industry, the agricultural leaders of Michigan. They had full support of them, and it was good for them, because if we can get these stinking family farmers off the land, then there's more land for us industrial ag people that produce food that you can't eat, or definitely shouldn't eat. But that was how this all came about, and it doesn't look like they're gonna get this done as easily as they thought they would. Here's why I told you that is DNR is a regulatory agency. Let's say the DEQ comes up with something as intelligent as straight tails, curly tails. Like, oh, I don't know, you have to take the asphalt off your driveway because it could leach into the ground, and it could kill children. Let's say they come up with that. As stupid as that is, with no proof at all, if they get away with this, they can get away with that. All right, so you see where I'm going with this. These pigs are private property. They belong to me. With the stroke of a pen, they became illegal to own. And I became a felon because I refused to kill them and push them in a hole. Now take pigs out of it and put something else in there, some other piece of private property. It might be refrigerators. All of a sudden they decide that Freon is bad for the environment and kills walruses up in Antarctica or someplace. And if you don't put that out on the front porch and we'll pick them up, you become a felon. We'll put you in jail. We'll give you a big fine. They could do it. If they can do this, they can do that, right? How about the big fine? $700,000 that they fined me through the Missaukee County Court. That's a lot. Okay, so that's why I say that I believe that this is a Concord Bridge moment, because there is no end to what these fellers are going to think that you shouldn't have. And so this has to be stopped dead in its tracks right now. In this case, it's pigs and me. But in the next case, it could be some other possession that you own that you feel strongly about maintaining, like maybe a set of skis that have, I don't know, real nice bindings on them or something. So this has to be stopped dead in its tracks. That's it. I'm going to sign off now. This is Mark from Baker's Green Acres. Remember, anyone can farm.